Hi everyone, this is Sandy from Scissors in the City. Today's make and take is a birthday card made using Lawn Fawn's pivot pop-up die and Echo Park Papers, the Birthday Salutations. To make this card you will need the following items: a paper trimmer, a scoring tool, wet and dry adhesive, a scissors, and a 1/2-inch corner rounder. To begin, we're going to trim out a couple of these cards. We need the Happy Birthday to You in the middle, and that will be cut to 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. And then we will also need the balloons out of the Let's Eat Cake card. So to get this to the 3 1/4, we can cut along this blue edge here. And then to get this to 4 1/2 inches, I'm going to cut right above the candle. And then to 4 1/2. It's a little too big, so I will trim it a little closer. So those are the only two pieces that we will need out of that piece of paper. We're going to set them aside for now. And while our trimmer's out, we will continue cutting the papers. You will need your red polka dots, and that needs to be cut to 3 1/2. And these will also need to be scored, but I'm going to set them aside for a little bit. Then this paper, the squiggles, needs to be cut to 5 1/4, and we need 2 of them out of this paper. Alright, I'm going to get my scoring tool out, and we need to score both of these at 1 3/4. And that should fold it right in half, or just burnish that down. And do the same for the next piece. 1 3/4. And we'll set that tool aside. Now we need our card base. And that should already be scored. So all I need to do is fold that and burnish it. begin, we need our card base and our 2 squiggle papers, and we will adhere them to the card base. And they're in about 1/8 inch all the way around. This is going to be the inside of the card. Then we need our mechanisms. Take this piece, and there's a score line going all the way across on the long end. Fold that away from you and burnish it. Then these two you're going to fold towards you. And then we want our mechanism to fold like that. So again, this one gets folded away from us, and these scores get folded towards us. And then to make this, just bring these 2 long flaps towards you. And then there will be a triangle at the top. And we're going to burnish that well. Then we're going to take our score tape, which I believe I forgot to tell you needed. And I'll put that right on there. And then because my tape was a little long, then I'm going to come back and trim it to the right size. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. And again, trim it down. I'm going to take our card and measure where the center of this is. So I'm using a centering ruler, and I make sure those measurements are the same. So it's 2 1/8, 2 1/8 to the white edge, and then my 0 is the middle. I will mark that. Now when you open up this mechanism, there's a little hole there, and you can find the hole. Look through the hole and you'll see your mark, and that's where the center is going to be. What I'm going to do, I'm going to line this up on my grid paper, or my grid mat, and then I can line up that middle line here. so that this is going straight across. And then when I put this on there, I can make sure my mechanism is straight. And we'll go in that fold. And then I need to take off the backing on the tape. Make sure it's still centered. And fold the flap down. Or open it up and do the same thing to the other side. Just fold the paper up. And now you can see your mechanism works. Okay, now we need our other two white pieces that are in your kit. And there's a score line right here and a score line here. So this one gets folded like so. And then this little flap will go in the opposite direction. So one gets folded one way and the other one goes the other direction. Do that to both of them. Then these little flaps, they need adhesive. And again, you need a strong adhesive. I'm going to put that there and here. Then these two will fit like so. So the adhesive is here and here, and they'll go like that. So I can go ahead and take off the backing to the adhesive and put them together. Then we need our red papers, our dotted red paper. And we're going to corner round so that it matches the white. So we just need 2 corners. On both of them. And we will put adhesive on that. And on this, we need this crease to go into that crease. So I'm just going to hold it up a little bit so that I get it just where I want it. And burnish that down. And the same thing on this one. We'll put adhesive on the back. Fold it and slide it right up into that crease and open it and burnish it down. Then I'm going to burnish that a bit more because that's the flap that's going to be opening and closing. Next, we'll grab our Celebrate. We'll lay that on and determine where it's going to go. This leg of the bee will go just on the left of your middle crease. Like that. But I want it up high enough so that letters aren't off the bottom edge. But I am going to want this to crease right here. And then the rest will just fall into place. And the C is going to hang off a bit. And I need a little more adhesive on the bottom here. And at the top. And we'll go ahead and put adhesive on the rest of the words or the letters. I'm going to set that aside and let it dry just a bit while we're putting the adhesive on the next piece. So for this piece, you can see there's a score line right there. We don't want our adhesive, we do not want our adhesive on this part. We only want it here. So we only want the adhesive here and here. And I am going to take this, and since we never folded this back after we put our Celebrate on there, I'm going to do that now. Just so it knows where to bend later. Okay. Then take off the adhesive on one of these. And what we want is it to be placed about like so. So it will, when you fold up the ends, it's going to be, this white has to be on here and this one over there. So you want to just kind of even it up. And then open it up. And do the same for the next part. And then make sure these pop back in place. And the first couple times that you work it, it needs to be told how it's going to fold. So let me see if we can see this on camera. So when you get it about here, I'm going to tell it you want to bend it this way. So again, here we go. Let's see. And it needs to be told that it's going to go this way. And once you do that a few times, then it'll start to work the right way all by itself. So we will just keep that closed for a moment and work on our cover of our card. You will need your blue piece of paper, and I just use regular tape runner on this. And now we know which side is the front. So we will put that on here. And we'll take our Happy Birthday to You card. And I'm going to center that on my blue paper. And we're going to open our card. And I need some decoration in here. We have this white paper that we're just going to adhere there, and that will give you a spot to sign it. So that goes like so. And then this one, we're going to fussy cut our balloons. So our balloons will look like this, and we will adhere them on your card. Or in your kit, you've been given balloons that you can clump together like that and some twine and attach it, and also put your extra one down on the bottom. Then your card is done. So again, this is the one we just made, and it still is hitting a little bit. So you're going to have to continue to open and close it until it remembers what we're doing here. And if it still gets caught up on the top, you can trim these legs of the B and the L. And there you go. So again, here's the finished one.